3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Welcome back to This Week in Gaming. I am Proxy.
I am Sarah.
I'm Cornelius.
And I'm Jeff.
We're just going right around the circle clockwise right now.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank goodness the studio's back together at long last. We are sitting on the cusp of having a second editing computer.
Hell yeah.
Kind of haphazardly pieced together through some wonderfully donated parts from Aharon and myself, and Jeff got some stuff, and we're really excited.
Yeah,
But
taxes are a great thing.
It's the Frankenstein's monster of computers.
Isn't it great? Also, some stuff happened in gaming this week.
I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of great stuff.
A couple
though.
things happened in
Some
gaming.
A few things.
A few things. Welcome back, folks. This is episode 47. When it hits your earballs, it will be Saturday, the 3rd of March.
3/3/18.
3/3/18, yes.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Out of jokes.
Yeah, I am just trying to pound out this episode so I can build this fucking thing.
Jeff's committed.
I am so committed. I'm ready.
Jeff's excited.
To start off our week of news, Pokemon, actually.
Hell
Pokemon.
yeah.
Ooh.
As of the 27th, which was this past Tuesday, Pokemon turned 22.
Yeah. Not really like a special birthday, not a special number, but that's still really
I can
cool.
easily remember 22 years ago
Yeah.
watching
I-
Pokemon episode 1.
I feel like
Yep.
22 is the age where you're like, wow, now I have to actually grow up. I'm not 21. I'm not freshly able to drink.
Yeah.
Oh, no, see, that was
Like,
like 26
Now I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Now I've got to do adult things. I've got to think about a 401k or something. Who
Unless-
does that? Not us.
Unless you don't grow up.
In the world of Pokemon, it's actually an elite 401k.
Wow. I'm leaving.
I'll see you guys later.
What exactly is Pokemon number 401?
That's a really good question.
I love that you looked at me as if I have the whole Pokedex of 800 fucking Pokemon memorized.
Don't you?
I'm surprised you don't.
I have probably.
Can you recite the first 150?
All I know
No.
is
In order.
Bulbasaur's number 1.
I know
Kricketot.
most.
Kricketot.
What
Ew.
the fuck is a Kricketot?
It's a little cricket.
I need a picture.
He's not like. He's
Oh,
cute,
okay.
but he's like
Okay, I
not the
recognize
coolest.
him.
He was Generation 4, I think.
I don't know. One of them
I don't know.
generations. So they turned 22.
Yeah.
That's good news.
So, for their birthday, actually, the Pokemon Company has gifted us with a free app for Google Home and Amazon Alexa smart devices,
Which we don't have, but that's
which
okay.
none of
Sadly.
us here have. But that being said, if you have a Google Home or Amazon Alexa, you can get a Pikachu voice that responds to you like a Pikachu.
Yeah. So functionally, it's useless.
Does it?
But it's
wait,
cute.
So it answers
Does it?
like Pika.
Okay, I was gonna say, does it respond in actual words, just
No,
in like the
just
high pitched
Pikachu.
voice, or
It
just
responds
Pikachu?
just in Pikas.
Pika,
So,
Pika,
yeah.
Pika, Pika.
Yeah.
I wonder-
Functionally,
If they actually figured out some sort of dialect.
I don't know. I only know one person who has either of these things. My friend has an Alexa, and I had asked her if she ever felt like it to get the Pikachu voice app. However, you end up
Yeah.
doing that, and like just be like, "Hey, what's the weather?" and have it respond because I want to hear what it sounds like.
Right.
Functionally useless, but it's cute.
Yeah, functionally
Turns out
useless.
it's just saying things like all humans need to die,
Oh my god.
but it's saying it in Pikachu, so you
Yeah.
don't know.
Also, if you are on Snapchat, you can get a couple different lenses. There's a Bulbasaur lens, a Charizard lens, and a Squirtle lens for your Snapchat.
Oh wait, maybe it's Charmander lens. When I was writing this in shorthand, I only wrote Char,
Okay, so
so I think it's Charmander, not Charizard. Sorry.
Sarah's just inept at writing notes.
I
so
I almost
Wow.
also when I was writing the shorthand, I wrote SQUIR instead of
Squidward.
Squirtle, and I almost typed out Squidward in my notes. That would have been fun.
But, you know, the
favorite
three
Pokemon.
starters, Bulbasaur, Charizard, and
Bulbasaur.
Squidward.
Charmander.
And one
Bulbachar, Squirminard, and Squidward.
Charm his arm.
one more gift from the Pokemon Company is the Pokemon TV website and app will be streaming Pokemon the movie I Choose You for the entire week.
I don't know.
Oh,
Which I'm
what?
pretty sure
Yeah.
I Choose You was the newest one.
Yeah, that's the one where Pikachu talks and everyone loses their mind.
Is that the new?
Yeah.
Is that the?
I
Like,
Choose
that's
You.
the newer one
It's the
of
new
the original.
Yeah, the new re-release of like the
Um,
original storyline.
I
And
looked into-
I'm gonna watch that.
I
later.
looked into this earlier, and like when you go to the website, which if you just go to Pokemon.com, like you'll be able to navigate to it. it was there. The movie was there, but when I clicked on it, like the page kept crashing. So I don't know if it's the computer
It's
or
probably just too many
whatever.
people trying to watch it all at
yeah.
once.
So I don't know when this ends. Probably by the end of Saturday because this started earlier this week.
No.
So get on it now.
So theoretically, you have about 20 odd hours left of your day if you're listening to this when it
in the
releases
morning.
on Saturday.
Yeah, you'll have 22 hours left.
You-
Or not
you-
22, 12.
You will need to watch this right
14.
away.
Yeah.
You'll have some undescript time of hours.
Proxy can't do math, so don't
No.
No.
mind him any.
I can't even count the number of times I failed math. I'll see myself.
I can once.
I'll go home. All right. So moving on from Pokemon Company and all of their gifts to us as loyal fans, let's move on to the little Outlast.
Hell yeah. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite games ever that I've never played.
It's one of your favorite games to watch.
It is.
I just remembered that I have it.
Yeah.
So apparently this week, Outlast suddenly appeared on the Nintendo Switch eShop.
They pulled a Beyonce on that one.
They pulled a Beyonce. they pulled a Lemonade.
Was that the album that she
Yeah.
just randomly dropped at like midnight? She was
Yeah.
just like, have an album, have fun.
Oh
That's how I
yeah,
would
Jay-Z
do it.
cheated on me. Here you go.
You're
Uh,
supposed to like make a lemonade stand first and then,
Wow.
you know, sell a little bit at a time until the cops shut you down. That's how it's supposed to go these days.
No.
Either way. So Outlast 1 and its DLC Whistleblower as the Outlast Bundle of Terror launched on the eShop just randomly for $24.99.
Ooh.
With the developer Red Barrels, they had previously announced that it would bring both Outlast 1 and 2 to the Switch in early 2018, but never mentioned a release date and didn't really mention it much at all since then.
Yeah. They were like, we're going to do it, but like, and then never talked about it again. So
And-
this is them
yeah.
being like, hey.
And if you're waiting on Outlast 2, theoretically speaking, the pre-order should be out soon
Yeah.
because they just kind of dropped it. So I would honestly expect it next week.
Maybe.
A pre-order for Outlast 2, not with a given date of when that will release on the Switch. So like it's showing that Nintendo's really trying to get into this whole third-party thing.
They really are.
Not just being Nintendo.
Speaking of the Switch, I wanted to mention a rumor that I've seen a bunch of times when I was looking up stuff for this week, that Diablo might be on the Switch because Blizzard had posted a tweet of a little video of a little demon face on an outlet, and they were switching the power on and off.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh my god, Switch conspiracy theory!" And they were like, "No, we're not that clever. It's just a funny thing we thought we would do." And I don't know if I believe that.
I
think-
take everything they say with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I think that maybe they aren't that clever, and they thought it would just be a funny video to post.
But now that somebody mentions
It's
it,
either
Yeah.
a Switch
they're going to be
thing-
like,
Yeah.
we
We
were that
should.
clever.
It's either
should.
Diablo 3 is going to the Switch or they're switching on the Diablo team to start Diablo 4
that
What you
would
did there.
probably be
because
best,
they have open calls for a team right
Yeah.
now for Diablo.
I think making the new game available on the Switch would probably be ideal because, like, at this point, everybody has bought Diablo 3 for every console they've ever owned. Let's just make a new one.
So I mean that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna pick it up. I don't
Outlast.
know. Outlast. I mean, I'm into watching it, but I'm not into jump scares.
No, the thing about the jump scares in Outlast don't get me. The story is amazing. The gameplay is just fine, but
I'm into jump scares
the-
so long as they're not included in my dating sim.
yeah. But Outlast as a series is very. You have to really think your way out of a lot of stuff, and that just doesn't mesh well with me.
Oh, and see, I'm fine with that. That's
I
most
can
of the
do-
games I play is thinkers.
I can do the scary stuff, but some of the puzzles of thinking your way out of a situation are like they stress me out too much.
See, I like jump scares in the sense that, like,
I like watching Markiplier play
you-
with jump scares. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
you get
about it.
scared. Like, it happens and you're like, ah! And then you're like, fucking idiot. Like,
Oh.
I could have called that
You
from
mean
10
me
miles
with
Yeah.
away.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Oh,
Or-
mop bucket.
Or when Corey and I were supposed to be packing up my apartment to move, but we were watching Markiplier play the first FNAF, and it was
Yeah.
potentially the scariest thing I had seen to that date.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I didn't want to watch it alone because I
Oh.
didn't want to be a weenie.
And then neither did I, but I was like,
So
you
I
realize
was
I
like,
have to sleep here alone,
No,
right?
let me bring it to Proxy, and then Proxy can be the weenie.
And
And I don't have
was.
to be.
I was the biggest weenie.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I wanted to mention something about Outlast really quick. A lot of the articles about this are Outlast 1 and its prequel DLC Whistleblower.
No.
I want to point out Whistleblower is a prequel. the events of Whistleblower happen
Like 2 hours before the events
Like,
of Outlast 1.
2 hours before the events of Outlast 1, and it kind of happens at the same time.
Yeah.
You have to
Thank
play.
God we get the whole origin story.
You have to play Outlast 1 and then the DLC. You can't play the DLC and then the game.
You'll be so lost.
It'll ruin the entire thing. You have to play the game and then the DLC. Don't think of it as a prequel because it's kind of not. Just want to point that out because a lot of people think it is.
It's a sequel prequel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pre-sequel.
It's a Tarantino.
It's literally an add-on. It's a thing. I don't want to call it a prequel. Anyway,
Yeah.
I saw that a lot and I was like, no. Don't play it first. It'll ruin the game.
Yeah, so I don't know. I might pick it up. I might not. I haven't quite decided. I think the next purchase is going to be Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I just picked up Mario Kart 8.
I'm so excited. Do we have to have a lot of controllers for that? Or like, is it like one Joy-Con
We can use
for one
the
person?
Joy-Cons each.
Okay, so we probably want to pick up like a pro controller. More than 2 people want to play.
Yeah.
I'm excited though.
Or someone can buy $79 Joy-Con.
Fuck that. Nintendo, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Moving on from there, a little Fallout 4 kind of news.
Fallout 3-4.
Fallout 3-4. So,
Davil T-Tor.
Yeah, a team of modders has been working on a Fallout 4 mod for Fallout 3 inside of the Fallout 4 engine called Capital Wasteland.
Yep.
I'm very excited.
So
about
excited.
that one.
So the team reports they've recreated at least 40% of Fallout 3 already. And while so much work remains to be done, they are working hard at getting it all completed.
Mhm.
We did watch like a 5-minute video of Capital Wasteland in the Fallout 4
It
engine.
looks amazing.
Holy shit.
I wasn't sure how it looked any different. Like, it could have been a Fallout 4 video for all I know. And then they were walking through the metros, which the metros in Fallout 3 are very different from the subways in Fallout 4, as I'm sure is true for real life, Boston versus DC. And I was like, I got a little emotional because I was like, oh my God, it really is. This is Fallout 3.
Yeah.
They got it down perfectly. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so the whole project is led by 5 longtime modders who call their group of ragtag guys Road to Liberty. And if you want to see like screenshots, videos, or get updates on Capital Wasteland, you can actually go to capitalwasteland.com. Check it out.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. If
Yeah.
you've played Fallout 3 before and you know what the how graphically limited it is
Yeah.
because it's on a last generation device.
Because it is a 10-year-old game now.
Yeah. You can see it, and like just being in the Fallout 4 engine alone,
Mhm.
just like
It looks
makes
amazing.
it so pretty.
I'm so ready. Like, I will buy Fallout 4 all over again for PC just so I can play this. Because like the New Vegas one, yeah, I'm excited about it, but it's not nearly as done as this Fallout 3 one is.
Exactly.
And they want it done so bad. Like, I think based on the website, it looks like they've only been working on it for about a year and they're already 40% done.
That's impressive.
That's impressive. And they've done like a bunch of levels and a bunch of metros.
We're still waiting on the Oblivion mod
Oh God,
for
I know.
Skyrim. So like,
I will probably wait until I'm on my dying days for that to be a thing.
and it'll still only be 30% done.
And it'll just be Skyrim again that I'll purchase again for like the 87th time.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. Moving on from that, have your PS Plus games for March, as well as a little bit of PS
Ooh.
Plus news. I'm actually going to start off with that.
Go
So at the last announcement for the PS Plus games, Sony also made an announcement stating that in a year's time, so March 2019, they will no longer support PS3 and PS Vita. So you'll only be getting PS4 games.
Which a lot of people are mad, but
I mean,
they've been really gracious letting.
yeah, I mean,
having
every
it be
month they
PS3.
release 5 to 6 games.
Yeah, and almost all the Vita ones have been crossplay with PS3 or 4.
Right,
So
exactly.
I feel like they've done a lot of. I don't want to say pandering, but they've done a really good job of making sure that people are still happy. And I think 2019 might be the time to be like, okay, if you're not updated by now, you never will.
Well,
be.
and the big thing is for them is you actually lose a lot of money.
Oh,
that
yeah.
way. Like these games are not like $5 games. They're
No.
$20, $30
And-
games.
I feel like maybe it's the games that they've been releasing for the PS3 for the last year or so haven't been the greatest. I'm sure they make
No, like a lot of them have been classics.
Yeah,
that
I'm
they just
sure-
haven't ported to the 4.
I'm sure they make some people really happy, but it's not.
And I'm sure
It's
these-
no Bloodborne. They
the-
wouldn't.
these
do that.
games will eventually, I'm sure, get ported to the PS4 anyway,
Yeah.
whether it be through crossplay or what. But I mean, yeah. That being said, if you have already purchased PS3 games or PS Vita games, or not purchased, but claimed them with your PS Plus, you will still be able to access them.
Yeah, that won't
after
go
that.
away.
It's kind of like if they handed you a soda and said, "No, we're gonna take it back now."
That'd be terrible. No, you'll still be able to keep them. You just won't get any new ones each month.
Right.
So the last month where there will be new games for
February.
the PS3 is February. So
Yeah.
in March, it's just PS4.
Yeah. So that being said, the games that were announced for this coming month, which are going to come out on the 6th,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
This coming Tuesday.
So yeah, the 6th.
Yeah. I was pretty sure it was the 6th.
Yeah, I had to think about that. But the PS4 games are going to be Bloodborne and Ratchet and Clank, which are 2 AAA titles.
Oh, yeah. Bloodborne alone.
I hate
I'm so
Bloodborne,
happy.
but I'm still going to claim it because every now and then I just need a rage quit
Mhm.
and I don't own Dark Souls. And I'm obviously going to pick up Ratchet and Clank because that was my favorite series as a kid.
See, I
I'm
wasn't...
super pumped for Ratchet and Clank because I actually just decided to remove them from my PS3 library. I still have them from my PS2 library, so but they were still going for a really they were selling for a high price, if
Yeah.
you will.
Yeah, well, because they're a popular series.
I was
Yeah.
never
and
into...
Insomniac.
I was never into Ratchet and Clank. I was definitely like a Spyro kid, and all of those other games are really similar. Were not for me. So maybe I'll finally get into
I've
it.
played every one of them except for the PS4 version.
Well, now you can.
Yeah, exactly.
Tuesday.
So as of Tuesday, I can pick up the PS4
Yeah.
version. For the PS3, Legend of K and Mighty Number 9 are going to be released for it.
Yep.
I'm actually kind of excited because I'm going to pick up Mighty Number 9. Because
Was that a movie?
No, it was.
What was that movie I'm
You're
thinking
thinking
of?
Big Hero 6.
No, I'm not. Wasn't there like... Oh, Hateful Eight.
Yeah, no.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Hateful
Mighty
Eight,
Number 9 is the
Yeah.
essential.
Magnificent
so dumb.
7, Sinister 6. I don't even know. They were counting numbers for a while.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mighty Number 9 is essentially Mega Man. It's the
The spiritual successor
thank
from
you.
the same
I was trying to think of the word. Same
Because when
creator.
he left, he didn't have the rights to Mega Man anymore. Capcom kept them and wouldn't let him do a new Mega Man game, so he created Mighty Number 9, a whole new IP, just for the sake of making a new Mega Man game.
Fair.
And then also for the Vita, the 2 games that are being released for that are Claire, the extended cut, and Bombing Busters. I've only heard of Claire. I haven't seen Claire. That being said, the Vita and the PS3 stuff are all available on the PS4 as well.
Oh, what?
Because they all have crossplay.
Oh, bomb.
So if you only have a PS4, you can still claim
Yeah.
these. So you're getting 6 games for your PS4.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Maybe that's another reason why they're stopping the Plus games for the older generations.
it is.
Because a lot of people, like, if a lot of these games are available on the 4, why bother? Maybe that's why.
yeah.
Another reason why.
I'm gonna skip this one until Proxy gets back. So
Okay.
we'll talk about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hell yeah.
So do you want to talk about it?
Sure.
Because
I read this headline
Sonic
earlier.
is your thing.
It made me laugh really hard. Apparently, there was once a chance that Sonic the Hedgehog could have been a human boy.
I literally stopped everything when you read that
You were
the
like,
first
wait,
time.
what?
Excuse me?
I didn't even read. I wasn't
You
even
weren't
reading the
reading
notes.
it?
I was
Okay.
like,
So-
what?
The character designer and the developer of the earlier games, Naoto Oshima, sorry, I'm white, who designed Sonic the Hedgehog, has said he doesn't have the concept art anymore. It was just like an errant scribble that happened, and it ended up being thrown away when they decided not to go the human route. He said, "I remembered the idea struck me right as I was going to bed, and I was afraid that I wouldn't remember it in the morning. So I drew it quickly in the notebook and then fell asleep," which, nightmare fuel, I'm sure. So they ended up over time developing it into a hedgehog. Like, apparently Sonic the Hedgehog was originally also a bunny. So it went from human boy idea
Sonic
to
the
a
bunny.
bunny idea. And then they chose Hedgehog for some reason because, you know, they're just super fast. So that... And that
Hedgehogs
could have been
I
crazy.
always thought they were the fastest because of Sonic. I was like, oh, hedgehogs must be
I
so
know.
fast, but then you see them and they're like,
Doop 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 doop.
rub my belly.
Yeah, they just waddle.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to me. I feel like if it was like Sonic the Human Boy, it wouldn't have done well
Oh,
at
dear
all.
God.
Sonic the Blue Boy.
Yeah, it wouldn't have done well
blue boy.
because every game
He's
around
got a
that
blood
time,
disorder. That's why he's blue.
Had too much silver.
every game
That's why he eats the gold rings now.
that came out at the time was like, oh fuck.
Did you lose your train of thought?
I did.
I'm sorry.
I was thinking about Silver. Every game that came out at that time was like about human kids.
Right.
Like there was, well, maybe not human, but like humanoid, like fucking Mega Man, and like Battle Kid wasn't real, but Battle Kid is based on all of the fucking games that came out at that time of a human who is doing stuff.
Kid Chameleon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like if Sonic had been a human, it wouldn't have done well at all. And it wouldn't be a cult classic of every teenage girl having her own persona.
And it wouldn't have been as funny for the developers of Crash Bandicoot to call their game Sonic's Ass.
Right.
The Sonic Ass game.
Yeah. So imagine a alternate timeline. Alternate timeline where
Sonic the Blue Boy.
Nelson Mandela did in fact die in like the 1980s, and it was Berenstein Bears. There's a Sonic the Hedgehog who's a boy, a human boy.
Alternate universe
Amazing.
where Martin Luther King survived and we elected Al Gore and we're all in flying cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The internet is now at speeds of 500 gigs per second.
Oh
Can you imagine? Oh.
God. Net neutrality is real. Oh, now I just made myself
around.
I made
Universal
myself
free
sad.
healthcare.
Oh boy. I want to talk about this quickly before we get into our last bit of Overwatch news, actually.
Hell yeah.
So as of this past week, the ESRB, if you don't know who the ESRB are,
The Electronic Software Ratings Board.
Thank you. They
Nerd.
are the raters for games, you know, if it's adult, teen, E for everyone, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
They are now requiring in-game purchases to be labeled on game cases.
Yep.
And that isn't just limited to loot boxes. If any type of microtransaction that is in a game has to be labeled on the box now.
Yep.
Which is great.
Yeah.
It'll be something
I
else
think-
parents can ignore and then complain about later.
Yeah.
But at
I
least
think
it's there.
it really is the least that can be done, but it's a step.
My big thing is I don't think they're doing it to save
Face.
face. The ESRB at least.
Yeah.
I think developers are agreeing on this
Yeah.
because then they lose that ability, or they make the people lose the ability to sue them
Yeah.
for like, oh well, this wasn't labeled, so I
Right.
want my
Can't
money
believe
back.
I bought this
and-
game for my kid and then my kid spent $500 on my
Exactly.
credit card.
Exactly.
I think
Is that your dad voice?
It is.
That terrifies me. Never have kids.
Trophy.
The thing that gets me is like in the last 10 years, times in video games have changed so much that it is absolutely necessary. Like imagine what the ESRB wasn't created till what, the mid 90s?
Yeah.
So like and it had to happen because games were changing.
right.
And this has to happen now because games are changing and every game has a microtransaction inside of it.
Mhm.
And that's fine
yeah.
as long as you're transparent about it. So I don't think this is a bad thing. I think this is just a necessary step because this is how games are going.
And yeah, it was established 1994.
Yeah.
And also, I have to correct myself. It's the Entertainment Software Ratings Board,
What
not
did you-
electronic.
Oh,
How dare
excuse
you?
me.
wow.
I've ruined everything. We're gonna get shut down.
We
That's
are.
it.
I mean, we are already the
It's not
most.
fake news. It's just alternate facts.
It's the alternate universe where it is electronic software rating
At
board.
some point, I
Sonic
switched
is just a normal
timelines,
human
which is
boy.
Weird.
Oh my god. So that being said, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad
honestly,
thing.
It
No.
It's
covers their ass, which is good. Like,
Yeah.
you should always have a backup.
And you know what? I think that if parents, all right, a hot take. I think if parents want to not parent their children anymore and want to be like, oh, video games will raise my child, then you have to fucking deal with the consequences.
Right,
and when your kid plays a lot of games and it fucks him up or whatever happens and he turns into a zombie because he's not interacting with real human beings on face to face anymore, and you have a $500 credit card bill because he tried to buy a bunch of World War II packs and you try to sue the company, they go, can't. You should have realized.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
a lesson that
Look
parent
at
has
the
to
box.
learn.
Mhm.
Speaking of irresponsible parenting, I'd like to cover for a minute that video games have hit the news again.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
The recent school shooting in Florida is
Ugh.
apparently partially caused by Fortnite,
Oh, sure.
which is total BS.
Mm-hmm.
If you have ever played Fortnite, you know how cartoonish everything is in that game.
Yeah.
Despite the fact you're using real guns, like it's no more violent really than like Coyote and Roadrunner.
Yeah, you get hit with light,
Which
essentially.
I believe is also banned right now because, it's too violent for kids.
You know what's funny about that is I saw a tweet
Safe
earlier
space.
from someone who was a high schooler during the Columbine shooting in the early 2000s or 1999, I think, back in those days. And they were like, yeah, and back in those days, everything was the fault of
Heavy metal.
everything caused this. It was heavy metal, or it was kids being goth, or it was Marilyn Manson, or it was this, that, the other thing. It wasn't video games then because they weren't as popular.
At one point, it was books.
At one point,
Yeah.
it was books.
Oh, violent books caused him to do it.
It's
Shouldn't be reading. It's going to ruin your neck.
Watch out for the Harry Potter.
and I don't.
Oh my god, Harry Potter's the devil.
Bad
I
luck.
don't think that video games make people violent. I think that people who already have violent tendencies
Are violent.
are just going to do that. Like, okay, hot take, really quick. Anybody remember Elliot Rodger, the young dude who like shot up a bunch of women and men because he hated women and he was like super friend zoned or whatever?
Yeah.
It was a few years ago. It was really fucked up, and he literally had a manifesto on his YouTube channel and everywhere else being like, I hate women are bitches, I'm gonna fucking kill them all, I want to decapitate a bunch of sorority girls and put their heads on pikes outside their sorority house. It was really messed up. A lot of people thought, well, if a girl had just dated him, if a girl had just fucked him, and it's like, no, because that girl would have fucking died. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what we as the rest of the world do. This person who already has these tendencies is going to just do this thing. Nothing
At what
else
point
is
does the
gonna affect
town
it.
just come together and be like, we are housing a psychopath? I would like to nominate that we sacrifice one
Yeah.
virgin to go and fuck the psychopath so that he doesn't kill everyone.
And then
Is that okay with you guys? Is that cool?
and then it wouldn't have worked, and he still would have done this thing. He
Yeah.
probably would have killed the virgin first because I don't believe you're really a virgin, you slut. Or whatever
Oh
the
my
fuck.
God.
Like that is the like people who have these tendencies are just going to do this stuff. That's just how it is.
Mhm.
We've always had psychopaths.
I can't wait until it shifts and it's the fault of a VR game.
Oh,
because-
bring it on.
Oh, VR games are super immersive.
Okay, but like those sort of things happened before video games. If you look at the
People are just
history,
shitty.
the history
Oh, yeah.
of the world
We
before
burnt people for being witches.
electricity.
We're
yeah,
terrible.
People did a lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah.
No video games needed.
Yeah.
In
And-
fact, I would wager that people did a lot more fucked up shit
yeah.
before video
Didn't
games.
have anything to distract you.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Idle hands do the devil's work,
It's
as they
important
say.
to focus on your work, Jeffrey.
Ew.
Idle hands.
Oh,
Just
hey.
that was us getting a little
And
Heated.
as a
Political.
real quick note, did we mention the Xbox games with gold?
no,
No.
because it's on your computer and I'm
Okay,
sitting
that's
this
fine.
far away.
I'm just going to
Proxy, tell
run
us
through it
about
really
it.
quick because I don't really... There's
Care.
one game on here, two games on here that I know.
yeah.
So for Xbox 360, you've got Brave and Quantum Conundrum.
Oh hell
Quantum Conundrum, I'm super pumped. I have that game. Not for Xbox, but I have that game. I definitely pick that one up. It's really worth it. You get talking about alternate realities and whatnot. Plus, it's the voice of... I wish I could remember his name.
yeah. Wow. I love that actor.
Yeah, I know. I'll remember him eventually. And anyway, on Xbox One, you've got Trials of the Blood Dragon and Super Hot.
Super Hot is super hot.
And
Like,
it's
everybody
real neat.
loves it.
Trials of the Blood Dragon, I believe that's the Far Cry one.
What?
John Delancey, that's the guy. He was Q from Star Trek and also played the voice of Discord in My Little Pony. And he's got
Oh.
such a soothing voice to listen to.
He does.
So
I
if you
can
really want to
confirm that.
just enjoy yourself,
No,
go play some
listen,
Quantum Conundrum.
Pontypool.
Oh, yeah. Well, Pontypool was that... His voice... You can't deny Grant Mazzy has an amazing voice, whether or not the plot of the movie left you completely mind-fucked.
I loved it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the Xbox games with gold for this month coming up.
Yeah.
And that's all I've got on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, we're going to move into our final segment. I don't know if you're excited about this, but I'm excited about this, Proxy.
Yeah.
So, the Overwatch team decided to drop us a new character.
I heard.
Ooh.
So, the 27th character, or hero, for Overwatch is Brigitte.
Is that how you say her
Yeah.
name? Whoa.
I saw an infographic, and she has like an origin video.
Okay.
It's Brigitte Lindholm. If you don't know the last name, that is actually Torbjorn's last name.
So she's his daughter.
Torbjorn's daughter. Now-
Spawn of Toblerone.
If you watch,
Leave.
if you watch the last short, which was the Reinhardt short, she was in the Reinhardt short. Most
Yeah,
people,
because she was talking to Reinhardt.
right? She is Reinhardt's goddaughter. Reinhardt named her. So
Oh, okay.
she, essentially, her backstory is that she is like Torbjorn. She's an engineer, but she's not short and dwarfy. But she wanted to have the best of both worlds, where
She can have a name that's really difficult to pronounce when you're reading it.
yeah,
And
you would think it's
also be
Brigitte.
related to
I thought it
Torbjorn.
was Bridget.
Yeah,
Or,
I mean,
or
that's
Brigitte.
American.
it's a
Yeah.
French name, so
yeah.
like
I didn't know.
But she has like the best of both worlds. She has like the power and the shielding of Reinhardt. And
Can she build a turret?
I didn't see a turret build, but she has a hook.
It is
Like
spelled like Bridget.
Roadhog.
Okay.
She has a hook.
So pull and block, basically.
And she can heal.
What is going on?
Yeah, she's support defense.
She has the power of
Right.
her 2 gay dads.
Warning, incoming nerf.
Yeah, so
I don't know. She's cute though.
She's currently in PTR right now, so if you play on PC, please check her out and help them with finalizing the development,
Yeah.
working out the bugs.
Figure out them bugs. Because Jeff is so excited.
I'm so excited.
looks really cool.
I'm so close
Yeah.
to just buying Overwatch for my PC.
She cute.
You'll be able to play it now.
Just so I can get PTR. Just
Yeah.
so I can be in the PTR and be like, this is what's going on. But that's that. There's no official date of when she's going to come out. I assume that she will be out of PTR within the next 3 weeks.
Well, when the Overwatch League is happening right now again,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
what
it's
it-
in
like-
wave stage 2 right now.
So when will that be over? In like a month?
Stage 2?
Yeah.
I want to say April, May.
Because like
somewhere
that
in
would probably
range.
be
Probably
a good time
April.
to do that. Is like after that ends, be like, oh, everybody can play her now. She's fine.
She looks I literally just for the first time looked at the character design, and she looks like, I don't know if you know Zon Zombie on YouTube. She's a cosplayer.
Yes.
It looks like they created her for that girl to cosplay,
Yeah.
because
You
it
know-
looks just like her.
You know what's weird about her?
Sunday, March
Zombie?
25th is the end of stage 2.
Ah. Okay. So not that long. from
No.
now. So Zombie on
You do.
the cosplayer. Did you know she's a cop?
Is she?
She's a police officer in
I'm not
Austin,
surprised.
Texas.
Amazing.
She's the girlfriend of one of the Rooster Teeth guys.
Oh, that's right.
And I
Yeah.
love her
She's
so
real
much.
cool.
But she's a cop. And I was like, okay, how are you beautiful and weird and a cop and a cosplayer? What is happening?
A cops player.
Wow.
A cosplayer.
I saw an opportunity and I went for it. Doesn't necessarily mean it was
It
good.
doesn't have
Yeah.
to be good. It just happened.
That's the first rule of puns is if you see an opportunity, take it.
God.
It doesn't have to be good.
We know that.
I mean, my life.
yeah.
That being said, that is really it for this week in
Yeah.
gaming.
I'm going to add one final footnote for
I
people
lied.
who have Twitch Prime and are also playing Fortnite and getting ready to be blamed for every act of violence here on forward. If you have Twitch Prime, there is some super sweet loot right now that will give you a couple of unlockable costumes that are Twitch Prime exclusive for Fortnite. I already picked them up. They look pretty swanky.
That's cool.
I'm going to be wearing them around.
Also, if you have Twitch Prime, there is new stuff in Call of Duty World War II.
Yes, I
It's two.
saw that, but I didn't think about it because I don't own that game.
I just bought
Yeah.
it like the other day. There's 2 loot boxes and I believe credits towards
The store.
Call of Duty.
That's cool.
So check that out. Definitely.
So if you have Twitch Prime, I mean, you get some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is it, right? Before I say
that is it. That is
that's
all I've
it
got.
for this week in gaming.
Yes.
Yes. That is all we've got for this week in gaming. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to find out more about us, you can check out YeahDudeGamers.com. Also, we are now on Podbean. I don't know whereabouts you're going to be listening to this, probably YouTube, most likely. But we have migrated our hosting from SoundCloud to Podbean, and we are in process of getting everything exported out to TuneIn, Stitcher, and iTunes.
Yep.
Waiting to hear back on a lot of it. But hopefully we'll be on all platforms pretty soon. So if you want to check us out on the weekly, Podbean's got a pretty sweet app. You can always hop over there, and we would love to hear your comments and your thumbs up and your hearts and stuff.
Yeah.
And until next time, game on.
See ya.
Sure.
Bye.